it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What's going on there, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Blake's Take with me, Blake Neiman. And outside of our playoff showdowns here in Willamette, we still had quite the slate of games in the NBA. In the Eastern Conference, we had some great matchups among the top teams, starting with the Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. Coming into the game, there were definitely some tensions regarding Grayson Allen and his flagrant foul on Alex Caruso back in their last matchup in January. Caruso came down with a broken wrist on that play and has yet to return to the court since the incident. Allen was bombarded with boo chants as he took the court in the starting lineup Friday night. But the hostile environment didn't faze the rest of the Bucks lineup, as Giannis Antetokounmpo was fabulous as always with 34 points and 16 rebounds, while the other two members of the Big Three, in Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, each pitched in a solid 26 and 22 respectively. Despite blowing a 14-point second quarter lead and finding themselves trailing by 7 at one point in the third quarter, the Bucks managed to edge out the Bulls down the stretch, due in large part to Holiday, who scored 16 of his 26 points on the night in the fourth quarter to help the Bucks claim yet another key victory. Milwaukee has now won 4 out of their last 5 games with victories over the Sixers, Heat, and now the Bulls. Those are some elite victories and prove that Milwaukee is still definitely one of those teams in the mix in the championship conversation. The Bulls, on the other hand, are now losers of 4 straight and are now 6 of 16 against the top 6 teams in both conferences. This record places some concern surrounding the ability for this team to make a deep playoff run. They have a legitimate MVP candidate in DeMar DeRozan, who has been carrying the Bulls' slack while Lonzo Ball and Caruso continue to work to overcome their injuries. And it's not going to get any easier for these Bulls, who will have a new threat to worry about in the Philadelphia 76ers, who with the recent addition of James Harden have been unstoppable. Friday night was no different, as Harden once again showed out with 25 points and 11 assists to complement his partner in crime, Joel Embiid, who had 22 points and 9 rebounds himself. But really, the player of the game was the young buck Tyrese Maxey, who was the story of the night and really has been the story of this Sixers season. Maxey has helped the fans forget about the loss of Ben Simmons and has stepped up and fulfilled the duties he left and more. His evolving game, along with Harden and Embiid's already star-studded talent, makes the 76ers a very dangerous team to win the title. Finally, in the nightcap over what had been an incredible day of games, we had the best team in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns, against one of the most iconic teams in the league in the New York Knicks. Despite being without their leaders Chris Paul and Devin Booker, the Suns found a way to stay resilient and were able to compete down the stretch thanks to their young stud Cameron Johnson, who came through when Phoenix needed it most. Johnson helped lift the Suns out of a 14-point deficit with his 21 points in the fourth quarter that gave the Suns a chance late. Down 1 as clock was winding down, Mikal Bridges came up with the loose ball off the Knicks free throw, found Cam Payne, who pushed it up the court, and then pitched it to Johnson, who launched the ball into the air 30 feet beyond the arc and banked it home as time expired for the ultimate ending for what had been a historic day for Johnson. He set 2 career highs in both three-pointers with 9 three-pointers and en route to his 38 points on the night. The win keeps the Suns atop the NBA ranks and gives them some good confidence going into their Sunday matchup, where they will square off in a rematch of the team that crushed their championship dreams last year, the Milwaukee Bucks. Earlier this season, the Suns got their sweet revenge on the Bucks with a dominant statement-making win. With that being said, though, that victory was with Booker and Paul both in the lineups, so we'll see how they fare this time around without their 2 stars. Overall, a great night of games that's helping to help us see how the NBA is shaping and what teams are getting better and better and what teams are starting to slip as we get closer and closer to the end of the regular season. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I really enjoyed all those games. Very entertaining. Lots of good basketball going around. You can keep on all of it here on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.